Good day, everyone. Blessed be Ahomatakwayasino Siamai Chikasiam to all our relations, guides, angels, and ancestors. We welcome you here. Thank you for joining us in this sacred space of healing, in this circle upon circle upon circle of light. We welcome you here. We thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good day. Blessed rising. Happy rising. Starting with 12 deep cleansing breaths. Inhaling light and love into the body, envisioning yourself growing your roots deep down into the earth, inviting the energy of the earth up through the body, and releasing it all out, clearing and cleansing. Tuning into your intentions for today. And calling in your own guides, angels, and ancestors to join us here in this sacred healing work. Focusing deeply today on the ancestors. Who are we really? What is healing? Who are we really? What is healing? To the ancestors of this land, I lay tobacco with my prayers. To the ancestors of this land, we lay tobacco with our prayers. We lay tobacco with our prayers. To the ancestors of this land, we lay tobacco with our ancestors of all land, to the ancestors of all lands, we lay tobacco with our prayers. To the ancestors of all lands, we lay tobacco with our prayers. Eya mai wa pe ya ho, e wa ye ma pe ya ho. E ya we ma pe ya ho, wa ye a ho ma pe ya ho. Oh, ah, hey, ma pe ah, oh, hey, why, 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 hey, ma pe ah, yeah, oh, hey, ma pe, why, hey, ah, oh. Hey, I way ma pe, I way oh, ma pe, why hey, ah, ho. To the ancestors of this land, we lay tobacco with our prayers. To the ancestors of all lands, we lay tobacco with our prayers. To the ancestors of all lands, we lay tobacco with our prayers. To the ancestors of all lands, we lay tobacco with our prayers. E why ye ma pe a ho, e why ye ma pe a ho, e why ye ma pe a ho, e why ye ma pe a ho. Ma pe why e a ho, why ma pe e a ho. Ma pe ma e a ho, e why ma pe e a ho. To the ancestors of this land, we lay tobacco with our prayers. To the ancestors of this land, we lay tobacco with our prayers. To all lands we lay our prayers. To the ancestors of all lands. To all lands we lay our prayers. With tobacco from our hands. With the ancestors in our prayers. With the ancestors in the plants, with the ancestors in our prayers, with the ancestors of all lands. Hey-ah, hey-ah-yo, hey-ah, hey-ah-yo, hey-ah, hey-ah, hey-ah-yo. Hey-ah, hey-oh, hey-ah, hey-oh, hey-ah, hey-ah, hey-oh, hey. Hey ah, hey hi oh, hey ah, hey hi oh, hey ah, hey ah, hey hi oh. Hey ah, hey oh, hey ah, hey oh, hey ah, hey ah, hey oh, hey. Hey ah, hey hi oh, hey ah, hey ah, oh, hey ah, hey ah, hey ah, oh. Hey ah, hey oh, hey ah. Hey oh hey, hey hey oh hey, hey hey oh hey hey oh hey hey oh hey hey oh hey hey yo hey 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 yo hey. To the seas and the rivers and the trees we return. To the seas and the rivers and the trees we return. From where we come, from the source of creation to we go. From where we come, of the source of creation to we go. Hey ah, hey ah, yo, hey ah, hey ah. oh, hey, hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, oh, hey. Who are we really? All but oneness, ever united in the infinite web of divine DNA, which ties us from the beginning of all things to the beginning of all things. As there is no end of the cycles of life, only the infinite spirals of generations upon generations of infinite and universal wisdom stacked within our bloodlines and soul lineage. We are here now to acknowledge the truth that has been planted within sacred ceremony, within sacred prayers, within sweat lodges and medicine circles, within the temples of light that exist throughout the world upon the ley lines that were built as pyramids and temples to bring in the magnetic vibrations of the source of the all that is, and to ground in and spread the energies of infinity, allowing free energy and infinite health for all present on the planet. There are many different things, energies, philosophies, thoughts, and memories of truth which have been stripped away from all of our relations. These removals of our true cultural roots have left us displaced and in an endless loop of cycles of lack, fear, anxiety, and confusion. The more the systems of oppression seek to repress us from our true spiritual and divine nature, the more our separation becomes. This separation from source, although a paradox, as there is only all things in oneness in the flow of universal evolution, can leave us feeling literally disconnected. And this feeling of disconnection leaves humanity vulnerable to manipulation by forces of dark energies, shadow entities, which seek to control and destroy. Consumption for control and destruction has become the basis of most of our function in our global society. And this is as a result of removing the truth of the right of abundance of all children of the universe. There was never an intention in the divine blueprint of Source to allow haves and have-nots. All beings were equally created as equal creator beings. And through unity, the vibrations of free energy allow us to create infinitely. And through this infinite creation, we learn to be aware of balance. And in balance, all are provided for. It is only in an imbalanced system that some do not have their basic needs met. This is where we are at in society today. And our ancestors foresaw this coming, as these beings of darkness and shadow were much more transparent to our ancestors, and their abilities to connect to their intuition and discern the truth of what is really going on within us and around us at all times allowed them to see the truth of what was coming. And although in universal cycles, the cosmic energies of the evolutionary wavelengths of timelines, which change our experiences into different and lower densities, was already on its way to help us to learn to become more complete. There was a, pardon me, a hijacking, so to speak. Excuse me greatly. And this hijacking of the timeline led us into a plummeting spiral of lowering vibrations. instead of an upward spiral of heightening vibrations. At this time on our Earth today, we are coming to the end of this cycle of hijacked timeline. And in our recognition of those who came to change the timeline of our natural evolution to self-realize, we saw what their plan was and plotted roughly 5,000 years ago, after already enduring some 50,000 years of oppressive attitudes over the free society that was once present on Mother Gaia. We chose to create a sacred ceremony of light around the world. This ceremony called in, invited, and activated what we now refer to as and understand to be light workers. Us as light workers are neither here nor there. We are in our sovereignty in the highest and brightest self, projecting our experience into this earth in order to raise the vibration of Mother Gaia and all of her children, in order for us to realize the truth of our universal nature and the infinite one truth of all things, which allows infinite diversity. We are moving away from control and haves and have-nots. Have-nots, haves and have-nots are being released. And we are remembering it is our right to be abundant. It is our right to receive healing. It is our right to be nourished. It is our right to make sovereign decisions over our lives. It is our right to be aware of the truth. It is our right to be aware of what is not healthy for us. It is our right to be aware of what is really going on. It is our right to be given the opportunity to evolve with all of our needs provided for, with all of our relations provided for, and with the ability to know that we are not being judged in every step we take to realize ourselves more fully. Sometimes this path of light working can be daunting. It can be scary. We can face fears, doubts, insecurities. And in all of this, we are simply remembering what we have already been through. We are simply remembering that we are stronger than this. We are stronger than oppression. We are stronger than fear. We are stronger than anything choosing to create for us, as we are creator. To all our relations we call, to all our relations, to all our relations we call, to all our relations. Aho, 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 matag wilwasin. Aho, 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 matag wilwasin. Ocean, 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 ocean. To all our relations we call, to all our relations, to all our relations we call, to all our relations. Osiam, 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 Achuka, Siam, Achuka, Siam, Achuka, Siam, Achuka, Siam, hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. In that case, Alakin, in that case, Alakin, in that case, Alakin, in that case, Alakin. Haush, 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 ashe, 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 ashe. Ashe, 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 ashe. Aho, 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 mata, weowasi. Aho, 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 mata, weowasi. Feel your ancestors surround you now, and just ask yourself, who are we really? And what divine and ancient wisdom do I contain within my being? What divine and ancient wisdom do my ancestors wish to bring me at this time? Who am I really? What is the truth of my healing? Healing is so many different factors, so many different aspects. Healing is patience. Healing is acceptance. Healing is transformation. And healing is remembering who we truly are. Remembering that in every cell is the natural ability to heal the self. In every part of the body, we are already naturally designed to heal and be healed, to take in energy and release waste, to clear toxins out of the body. The body is already designed for this, and it is only in our choice to become separate from the body, separate from the soul, that the mind takes over and habits take over, and we become less than our optimal healthy selves, and our divine blueprint starts to break down. Parts of our genetic information maybe were already broken down through generations of manipulation and habits and fears and insecurities and traumas. And we come here with the choice to remember and rebuild, or the forgetting. And this forgetting brings us closer to destruction of the light of the soul self, as this light frequency, the light quotient that one comes into the planet with, is determined from a fragment of the overall soul that you truly are. The highest self, the higher self, the true self, the soul self, whatever you wish to refer to, the creator essence of your being. This energy fragmented to bring you here with a certain amount of light and energy that would be here to help you rebuild, evolve, and remember, or forget. And as you are here now, you are remembering, And at many different times, all people are given inklings of memory, of remembering, flashes of insight, inspirations of channeling. They pop in and out, and if we are not listening, we may miss these experiences of the soul self, divine self, helping us to remember, reminding us who we truly are, inviting us to connect to the unseen worlds, to pierce the veil of illusion and to listen to the truth of the ancestors which have planned and prayed and lived and survived and intended and fought to make sure that 7 generations later and beyond would be able to remember who we truly are and would be able to reclaim the power, the energy, the life, the society, the truth that was taken from us all across the world. All across the world, the true roots of humanity's diversities were removed and manipulated and transformed into backwards forms of teachings and illusions, which lead people into the endless goose chase for source, and therefore adds to and returns us into the karmic wheel, which ensures that we basically become an energy slave and return over and over and over again to give of our energies to a system that does not support our evolution. Is this what we are really here for as humanity? Or is there something greater we can do with the power of choice, the power of unity, the power of truth, the power of compassion? Throughout history, along this path, as humanity forgets our way, many messengers have been sent here to remind us who we truly are, to remind us that we are miraculous creator beings with infinite power and infinite potential. And they give us some teachings, and we take some of those teachings, and often, yet again, through fear and insecurity, those who seek to control, consume, and destroy turn some of those teachings around and confuse us to only look for part of what is real. Many things we believe are like this. So, in learning new things, it is important to let go of all previous beliefs. And this is a reminder for the speaker at this time, the channel, that all previous beliefs of even what one teaches must be released in order to bring in the evolution of the teachings. And this is the time now that the evolution of humanity is being massively accelerated. And in this acceleration, the veil of blindness will be pulled away from the eyes of many. And the limiting beliefs and thoughts that keep us from seeing the truth, our own limiting beliefs and thoughts that keep us from seeing the truth, will be slowly removed through our choice to work. And this choice to work within the light of the soul, to do the soul work, to do the shadow work, to confront the parts of us that are hurting, and to love them, and to release them, to thank them, and to learn from them, is to acknowledge all of the previous prayers, intentions, survival, and fights that our ancestors went through to lead us here. Some cultures have been more repressed than others is not really a true idea. All cultures have been equally oppressed across the world. It's just dependent on how deep into the ancient roots of those cultures the removal of truth was undertaken, that we forget where the oppression began, where the oppression was deepest, and the many truths that were taken from the global library that is this earth. Many beings from many systems across the galaxies and the multiverse came here with specific sets of knowledge to bring into this earth to make one of the most diverse expressions of life the universe has ever seen, to unite beings from all kinds of different star and planetary systems, to unite all kinds of beings from different realms and different dimensions with all the beautiful plants and animals that were a special gift from the soul that is Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, who traveled millennia through universes to learn and to gather the most beautiful jewels of consciousness that are this universe and weave them into one living, breathing organism onto which all beings were welcome. All beings are welcome here. And in this welcoming, in this opening, we were taken advantage of here on this earth. And now Mother Earth has remembered her true intention was to provide a space of infinite gratitude, abundance, and justice. And the more she sees that there is not justice, there is not equilateral freedom, there is not transparent truth, she sees and she knows that changes must take place. And those who seek to control can also hear that she sees and she knows that these changes must take place. And they seek to grasp and limit us even further. And so to step deeper into the work of self-realization is both protection and warriorship. So thank you for remembering who you are, remembering yourself, and stepping into sacred spaces again and again and again. Because the more you do your soul work, the more sacred energy you cultivate around you, and the more we pierce the veils and open the dimensions to allow our brothers and sisters from beyond the star systems to reunite with us and help us to move into the next stage of evolution and reclaim the power we have as creators in this universe. You are creator. You are already healed. You are already perfect. You are already divine. You are part of Mother Nature. You are part of a miracle web of life. Et kruchuntar shiachentar kerlethotor selorun kiaine tenturum veshesh nundurun surum yale Enyat kunichti sunyatalum kuruntilendi Bashnet kun sunyatirelong Selyorn kiainem wesh meleket yallutir sit kurun gelun turui et kretren sunturir Eşmoren kyalim iskitun yashnilel Oroichen falewe arin shelongo Selyorn kyainem ishmilum kurunishkati Yamama yeshkolo paya Paichani amyachkine Amaiki walai Awawai shewesh fuesh Echkenicha teati ikanich yalam furuyakesh Washe ushpai weshpai Washe Eshe washai She washe wa hua fuaje Fuaje we huasha wa hushin yaturen Ale fuaje aile welai Aile hoy hawae atea ai fuaje aile awa atea ai fuaje awa aile atea ai fuaje aile awa ai fuaje Selior kaine mama wena Pachamama pachakama kekana kena eke achule Surunjalim kureno ishnietarum surunjelo ikhaneflo chorointiari ikinyashu Weshe ashe ashwani kanu chale oshun yemaya makuini emare Ebobo gumbobo gumbobo mama wena yemaya oshumare unchimaka Lamokula melakina lamokula menakena nishmati yamanu kena enea eamana eawa eamana eawa emana eawa emana Oikanu surunjal Yethurum shalem korai Huram shala kurim shiresh Erech shwe kuro Ishki nachen Palochun tuchum shachen flach Ichrun talaf kederchen shal Kum shaichin jairesh Weshe ashale kale Selior kainima kale wahe Elum kyani, elum kyani, elum kulaini. Kurai kurai ai ai mama, kurai kurai aini, aini mama wena, kurai kuai na yai. Mama kunyak pacha mama, mama kunyak aguita sagrada, mama kia lunita mucha luz aquí. Llamo, llamo, llamo la luz, la luz, la luz, la luz es aquí. Esta luz está aquí ahorita del Padre Sol. Enena e Pachacama, Kenena e Wamblireshka, Enena e Waea, Eono Kai. Selyo kaine shekelo kuai ishamukani wesh sumani kurai inchanu elon kolo kaiwe. Returning to your breath. 12 deep cleansing inhales, and big releasing sighs. Let yourself fall, let yourself fall right on through, let yourself fall right on to the infinite spiral of the light. Let yourself fall, infinitely spiraling through all time, infinitely spiraling through the light, infinitely spiraling through the mind. Let yourself go, infinitely spiraling through the light, infinitely spiraling through all time, to the infinite spiral of the light, of the light, of the light, in time, 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 sound, 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 light, 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 love, 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 time, 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 sound, 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 light, 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 love, love, love. Let yourself fall, infinitely spiraling through all time, infinitely spiraling through the light, infinite spiral of your mind. Let yourself go, infinitely spiraling through the light, infinitely spiraling through the light, infinitely spiraling through all time, in all time, sound, light, love, time, sound, light, love. Let yourselves be eternally free. Let yourselves be eternally free in the infinity of unity. Let yourselves be eternally free. Let yourselves be eternally free in the infinity of unity in all time. Breathe deeply and slowly, and see if you can sense the presence of your ancestors around you now. And ask your soul self and your ancestors, is there anything I have that I can offer to the earth today, to offer to honor my ancestors and all the prayers, intentions, and battles the genetic wisdom of my lineage has faced over millennia? What can I offer to honor the generations which have come before me? Perhaps some herbs. Tobacco is one of the most standard offerings across much of the world. Other herbs and strong smelling incense herbs or plants. Also offering crystals, offering food are all valid offerings you can make to the ancestors. And I really recommend just simply listening to yourself in how to make this offering, because there are so many traditions and so many rules in the different traditions and so many different lineages. And again, so many unclaimed, unremembered lineages. And the more we tune into the information stored within our soul self, the more we awaken those ancient lineages of knowledge and information that have perhaps been oppressed, repressed, or removed from the memory of society. So listen to your true heart and just make sure that a few main guidelines are followed, that any offering you make to the earth is biodegradable and that it's not going to disturb anything in the environment, and that it's not going to hurt any creatures that may choose to consume whatever you leave as an offering as far as food offerings. And that also, if you're somewhere like making an offering in a forest and you're planning to do some smudging, make sure you're doing it very safely and that you have some water with you in case some sparks fall to the ground, because there is a lot of dryness on our earth at this time. And it's just important to remember that we want to keep everything in balance with the nature when we make our offerings to the nature. So to pray for what you would like to offer, what you have to offer, and to pray for the guidance in the space of giving the offering to make sure that you're staying in harmony and balance with the area. There are many different ideas around which direction one should offer things to, but that changes regionally and depending on lineage. So check in with your heart and ask yourself, what makes sense for me at this time? How can I honor the nature? How can I honor the earth? How can I honor my ancestors by making an offering of something that is special, nourishing, light filled, a special thing that is connected to you, or something that gives back to the land? It is also important to remember when you do work with smudging herbs to every now and then give some of your smudging herbs back to the land fresh, as well as to always dispose of ash from smudging outside on the ground on the earth and never in a garbage or something like that. And to listen always to what you are feeling in the moment of giving an offering, because as you give an offering, you want to give as much good energy to it as you possibly can, so that what you're asking for in return is given back as much good energy as you put into it. And the same as in reverse. If you are working with healing yourself, or you're in a meditation and you receive a lot of abundant healing and a lot of energy, a lot of inspiration, then that can be a good time to consider afterwards going to make an offering to the nature and saying, thank you for all the healing, information, and energy that I've received from this work today. So breathe and just ask yourself, what can I make as an offering to my ancestors today? And what kind of prayers or intentions can I give back? And is there anything I'm asking for? Is there anything I need? The ancestors and guides are here purposely to support us through this process of remembering. Assalamu alaikum, alayhim shalom, loka samasta, sukhino bhavantu. Assalamu alaikum, alayhim shalom, loka samasta, sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta, sukhino bhavantu. Ahom takwilwas inakesh alakim. Hi, hi, Ocean. Ahom takwilwas inakesh alakim. Hi, hi, Ocean. Loka samasta, sukhino bhavantu. To all our relations, to all our relations, to all our relations, may you be happy and free, may you be happy and free. May you be happy and free. May all be. We wish you peace. We wish you peace in your hearts. We wish you peace. We wish you peace. We wish you peace. We wish you peace in your hearts. We wish you peace. We wish you peace. and free. Assalamu alaikum, alaykum ashalom, loka samasta, sukhino bhavantu. Assalamu alaikum, alaykum ashalom, loka samasta, sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. I pray that all beings find their happiness and their freedom. And I pray that all of us begin to remember who we truly are at an accelerated rate. And we return to loving our Mother Earth. We return to loving ourselves fully and remembering the power we have to heal and protect ourselves from all negative energies, influences, and disease. We are here now to remember who we are and make a change to this evolutionary process. We are here now to pierce through the illusion and affirm that we are clear and open channels of the love and the light of the universe. We are clear and open channels of the love, the light, and the wisdom of our ancestors. We are clear and open channels of the love and the light and the wisdom of the all that is. We are clear and open channels of the love and light of Source. Continuing some deep, slow breaths as we return to visualizing our roots and just taking a few minutes to charge and clear the aura, lifting energies up, filling and opening the crown and sending those energies out to the sides. Charging the aura. Clearing the space. Bringing light into the body. Bring your left hand over your heart and your right hand over the belly. Breathe deeply and slowly. And just focus on, I am grateful, I am love. 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 I am gratitude, 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 I am love. And place your hands down on your knees. Envision your roots. Feel your roots grounding you into the earth, grounding all of the energies of this opening session so far. Inviting the light in through the crown, clearing the mind, clearing the crown chakra, maybe stretching the head and neck and shoulders a little bit as you come fully back into your body. Thank you to my ancestors. Thank you to the ancestors of all of us. Thank you to Mother Earth. Thank you to each of you for participating this morning in this first session. Thank you to everyone for being here in and out of the retreat as you are able. Thank you for your time, energy, and commitment, and for your self-care for yourself. Please be mindful that throughout this continuing work, it is important to keep the body as light, as clear as possible, to drink lots and lots of water, and to eat healthily, and to eat in a grounding way at night so that you can go to sleep and rest happily and receive from your dream worlds, as they will likely be pretty active. And I just wanted to also say thank you to the smudges and the flame of the candle for always being here to purify us, and invite that all of you now in this next, I guess, about like an hour and 40 minutes to make an offering, or an hour and 50 minutes, make an offering outside if it's nice enough for you to go outside, or start preparing an offering for you to take outside later at the end of the day, and gather something that you can offer to the earth, and go and make an offering to the earth and say thank you for the work that you're here doing in the now. Say thank you to your ancestors for guiding you from beyond the veil, and just give an offering of your heart center. Maybe you leave a little crystal somewhere, maybe you give a little food offering, even some seeds for the birds, or maybe you have some herbs and some tobacco and some sage that you can make a little bundle and hold it in your hand and fill it with your prayer and give it to the base of a tree or the base of a plant. And anywhere that you can find just a little patch of earth, if you're in a dense city, to give your offering to, and send some prayers into the earth, laying our prayers to the earth and to connection with the ancestors. So take some time to do that now, and then enjoy your breakfast or nourishing or rest. And there will be just a slight schedule change, not the time of everything, but the next block at 10, it will be the circle meditation. So we're all going to come together with whoever is present and available, and each offer a prayer and a little bit of a meditation in sequence of the grounding, the protection, opening the third eye, calling on the guides and angels and ancestors, and then some prayers for healing as we go through the circle, depending on how many of us are there. So be prepared to channel in the next session, and I will provide the Zoom link shortly. So yeah, that is everything. Ahom Takoyasin, Osiam, Chikasiam, to all our relations. Sadnam and Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for taking time to meditate and pray this morning and receive the information of the ancestors and offerings, and to contemplate what is healing and who are we really. Enjoy your break and making an offering, and see you soon. Thank you.